If you want to know how tall a building will be, you need to assess how deep the foundations have been dug. And the same is true with our lives. Far too many of us are neglecting personal development in pursuit of our professional aspirations, which is like building a skyscraper to great heights without first assessing how deep the foundations need to be dug. Now, this is something I found myself in 2023 experiencing. My career had grown further than my imaginations, faster than I had prepared for, which meant I started to feel instability with regards to where I was going to take it. And I also started to feel insecurity as to what I was actually doing, which meant in 2024, I had to commit to personal development. Now, personal development is truly the foundation of your professional pursuits, your aspirations, and is the determinant as to how much sustainable success and high performance you'll experience. I have, without a doubt, achieved breaking the burnout cycle. I've been burnout free for the last 6 years, evidenced by no longer having multiple sclerosis relapses, of losing my ability to walk, to see, to control my body. However, being at that height of my career in 2023 of TEDx speaker, international speaker, LinkedIn top voice, one of the most pioneering women across the city, according to Brunel magazine and so forth, it really threw into question what I was doing and why I was doing it. And by committing 2024 to personal development, it added to the fact that I already had a foundation of having a burnout-free lifestyle, a lifestyle that's stress mitigating, fulfilling and fun. But it gave me the opportunity to once again stop and ask myself, who do I want to be? What do I want to experience? And what do I want to achieve? And then secondary to those questions, why? And oftentimes, we might have an idea of who we want to be, what we want to experience, what we want to achieve, but that why part, the answer is actually based on external validation of societal expectations, as opposed to fulfillment of intrinsically who we want to be in our core values. And in 2024, I saw myself going on a personal development, which ended up being a spiritual development where I gave my life to Christ. And it has set the foundation needed for me to now come back into my business, come back into my career, to achieve the things that are beyond my wildest imagination, because I have the foundation set. I can now continue going to building the next story because the foundations have been dug deeper. And every time I excel in my career, in my business, I'm going to have to take the moment to make sure that the foundations are being dug deeper and deeper, that I am rooted so it doesn't all come down and collapse on top of me. And if you think about some of the celebrities that we see who are at the height of their careers or were at the height of their careers and what happened, that ultimate collapse, it's because those foundations weren't dug deep. So the foundation, number one, is to be able to understand who you want to be, what you want to experience, what you want to achieve, and why. But part two of that foundation is creating a burnout-free lifestyle. Now, in terms of creating a burnout-free lifestyle, I will be hosting a free webinar, 1 hour, to help you identify, eliminate, and protect your future from burnout. But on top of that, when it comes to your professional aspirations, the things that we can see above ground, the skyscraper, the top floor views, it's really important that as you build that skyscraper that is your career or your business, you fireproof it. Because as you get higher in your career, there comes more responsibility, greater weight, so the foundation needs to be there. But there also can come greater stress and pressure. Now, stress, if you've ever heard me speak before, is just like fire. Great when well managed, disastrous when misutilized, fatal if you don't know it's occurring. Which means you need to ensure that your career, be that your business or your corporate career, is fireproofed. Now in 2025, as we move forward, it is time to fireproof our careers. We have seen the economic shocks that are happening. We've seen the instability that's going around. It is time to fireproof our career. So if you are interested to know how you can identify burnout correctly, spoiler alert, it's not the same thing as being run down and exhausted. If you want to know how you can break the burnout cycle and how you can eliminate the threat of burnout going into your future, join the webinar. Let's have a conversation and make sure that this is the best year you've ever had, because you're setting yourself up for sustainable success and high performance.